All right, so this is a deck list I pulled off of the Twitter sphere. I don't remember where exactly it came from, but we've got a bunch of white aggressive creatures, and then we've got a splash for Showdown of the Skalds here to generate card advantage, and then we've got a few copies of the Dawn Sky here at the top end, which can give us 7 looks to find Showdown when it dies, or it can put counters on everything that we have in play. So kind of like we get to play 7 Showdown of the Skalds in a roundabout way. Who is the one that was Swell Dino was the good Venusaur. That was the person that was the good one. Sweet. All right, let's jam some games and see how this feels in Alchemy this morning. An investor who owns 2.5% of Hasbro has nominated 5 director to Hasbro's boards with the goal of forcing them to spin off Wizards of the Coast. John Finkel is one of the nominees. Like, they want Wizards of the Coast to, like, be separated from Hasbro? Is that what you mean by spin off? Or just operate independently of Hasbro's influence? Oh, they want to be able to invest purely in Wizards of the Coast, basically. Listen, chat. Yeah, and that's why they, like, Wizards is one of the most profitable segments at Hasbro. Yeah, I agree. I can't see a really compelling reason why Hasbro would want to split off their most profitable branch. Trade early and often, shit. Trading my 1-drop for their 2-drop sounds lovely. I need Skyclave to exile Rahilda, so I guess I'm just attacking with these. Yeah, it's gonna make a 1-1 here, I think. This match could easily get attrition-y, so I think I'd rather get value out of my thing here. Oh, Showdown triggers Stonebinder Familiar too, huh? Look at that! Get nerfed, nerd! Cower in fear of my basic lands. Oh god, we're so dead. Is our deck playing? We're on... We have 26 lands total in our deck. I just can't draw forth. Sedge. Yeah, the upcoming Harry Potter RPG is on my radar for sure. I am a millennial that grew up with that IP. Nothing like coming off a great Unite session and experiencing Magic the Gathering in its fullest form. There's a Harry Potter RPG coming out later this year. Oh, Magic is definitely higher variance than Unite solo queue. Kept the 2-lander that game and bricked in our 26 land deck. Shit happens. Valorous Stance sounds great. This might be okay. Portable Hull's probably pretty good, right? I have a lot of 1s and 2s. I guess this is pretty good. We want to get rid of their 3-drop. I think we're the bigger deck in this matchup, so I want to cut a more linear aggressive card like this. They also have a lot of 1/1s. Maybe Usher's not very good. Honestly, I think this is an all Doomblades on deck matchup for us. You finished Horizon Zero Dawn last night. Nice, Rufio. You're prepped and ready. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. It's so good. It's so good. Such a masterpiece. There'll be a lot of good RPG games coming out this year. We're supposed to get the next God of War at some point. Horizon Forbidden West releases tomorrow. Cyberpunk 2077 finally released. Forspoken is supposed to be good. I'm looking forward to that one. There's the Harry Potter game coming up. I'll have solid story-driven stuff between now and 2023. Yeah, this is fine, right? We'll bottom the Clarion Spirit. Oh, I don't have double white. Maybe I'm supposed to bottom the Skyclave because of that. Oh yeah, FF16's coming out too. Yeah, a lot of great things. We haven't been doing a variety game in the afternoons for a little bit because I knew Forbidden West was coming, but we'll be back to doing story stuff at the end of the streams for the foreseeable future, starting with Forbidden West tomorrow. Wasn't even greedy, kept all 3 lands in the opener, bricked on 4 again. Feels Magic, man. This is the part where they draw a Town Razor Tyrant and punish one of my 3 non-basics. Alright, well they didn't have a land for that, so that's good. Morning, Incinerator. Oh, I forgot to tag Discord that we went live. Let's do that. Oh, does anybody in chat know offhand? Are we getting the next installment of FF7R this year, or is that not till 23? Alright, I'm gonna greed here, because if there's not an untapped white source in our top 4 cards, we're not winning this game anyways. Alright, thank goodness. There's only one land in there, but that was all we needed this turn. Hopefully we can draw another next turn. Okay. Cooking with gas, cooking with gas. So Clarion Spirit. Into Clarion Spirit. Into Abrade this. He stumbled, but opponent flooded here. Okay. Screw beats flood, generally speaking. Maybe we can play a 4th land on turn 4 this game, he says before proceeding to flood out. Yeah, it's fine. I go Twinblade on 2, this plus this on 3. Well, we have 25 lands, but we also have an Emeria Skalds, so we're basically on 26. Kinda hoping they play something we can stance this turn. Alright, so Doggo's dead. We're taking 3. Oh, you know what? Let's just use our mana. Because this not only saves this, but it gains us life here, right? That works out perfect. Okay. Okay. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, lemon on a square. Take my hand. We'll make it, I swear. I think I have to take the hit for this turn, and yeah, my body is ready to be brittle blasted, but I've got an Eos. Okay, that is not what you start on if you have a Brittle Blast in hand, so that's good for us. We're sacking this. That might be wrong. It might be right to keep it so we can play a 2-mana spell. Okay. Are we doing it, chat? I think we might be doing it. You gonna Brittle Blast my Geist, or Brittle Blast the big one? Sure. Man, that's a lot of removal. This one draws spells off my deck if it survives, so we can't have that happen. Start here. It might get burned out here. Okay. I think I'm supposed to bottom this, right? With the third one in my hand already? Well, you see, chat, greed, for a lack of a better term, is, well, good. I'm going to take the Bloodthirsty Adversary here, even though it's slightly smaller than this, because this way if they draw another one to cast, I gain 2 life. They don't have good attacks with Den of the Bugbear. Got me. Woohoo! Oh, that's a big boy, chat. These are all spirits. Should we be playing 4 of this card? There's a chance we should be playing 4 of this card. Nice shock. That's actually kind of hot. Kind of fantastic. Yeah, the games that we got to actually cast our spells had really good back and forth. A lot of interesting blocking decisions. Magic's combat system is so good. The games of Magic that the combat system is relevant in are so fantastic. It's a little greedy on the draw because we've got a little bit of top end here. We are on the draw, though. We got 2 lands. Hopefully we'll find a 3rd and a 4th. It's a combo. It is finally here, Centurion. Hey, if we draw an untapped land, we can play a game. If we don't, we probably die. This is actually the worst draw in the deck, because it's a draw that doesn't mean I'm allowed to concede, but I also probably can't win still. How many tap lands do we have there? And 3 creature lands in our deck. You could say that our opponent has ruined our day. We're actually just dead here on 4, huh? Sick list. This card is super powerful. Really like the opponent's build of leveraging it with Eberhard here. Some neat technology. Pardon me while I board in a bunch of removal spells. Hold, please. Alistair Stone, thank you for the 27 months. I appreciate you keeping me around. Wouldn't be able to be here without folks like you. Restallion, thanks for the follow. Am I gonna use the gyroscope control aims? No, Richley. We'll use the twin sticks. A lot of Switch games try and get you to use gyroscopes to aim, and it's just not particularly pleasant in my opinion. More power to people that enjoy it, but it is not a feature for me. Tomorrow, Moon Pie. It releases tomorrow, and tomorrow's stream will be 100% Horizon Forbidden West. We're gonna do all day tomorrow for 6 or 7 hours, and then we will be playing at the end of the stream for the last couple hours starting next week. We'll do long first day. And then we'll just slowly play through it. No joke, playing the PC port of Horizon Zero Dawn is the reason why I bought a PlayStation 5. I was like, I definitely want to play the sequel for this when it comes out. This is actually a double spell angle this turn. Get a 4/4 out. Box opening? Chat, come on now. I own exactly one physical PS5 game, and that's only because it was cheaper to buy the physical copy than it was to buy the digital copy. I'm just gonna get rid of their naturalist here and shove. Tempo. Yeah, Horizon releases at like midnight East Coast side, I believe. I'll be playing it starting about 8:30 tomorrow morning on stream. No, it's actually my copy of Guardians of the Galaxy. It was like on sale for 30 bucks on Amazon. Alright, so they're gonna give this haste and lifelink. But should still be dead, right? Yeah, I'm really interested in whatever follow-up game the company that makes Guardians eventually makes. Because a lot of Guardians was really good, but the combat left a bit to be desired. I think I just want absolutely all my removal on the draw here. I think is my plan. I'm going to cut we cutting? I cut a land on the draw. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, Guardians is made by the same people that made Deus Ex? That makes a lot of sense, because my opinion of Deus Ex is almost identical. A lot of great things about that game, but the combat, especially the boss fights, left a lot to be desired. That was an excellent 8th card to have on top of our deck. At least they're consistent, yeah. I heard that, Quasi, that the company that made Deus Ex didn't actually do the boss fights themselves. They subbed them out, which is interesting. I think we just keep killing their stuff and attacking, right? Just keep swinging, swinging, swinging. Just keep swinging. Doot, doot, doot. I think this is a land. It's definitely a timeout request from Pseudonym. Pseudo is memeing their chat for people that aren't familiar. Kill your opponent through lifelink with this one neat trick the MPL doesn't want you to know. Got him, chat. We got him. The new land is so good, chat. All right, we're nowhere near done with Magic. We've got several more hours coming up. I need to run to the restroom really quick. I'm gonna throw the deck list up on screen before I do, but appreciate everybody hanging out. We're gonna play this deck for another hour and a half. It seems pretty good. And then we're gonna play some Historic today as well. So BRB 1 second. I'm gonna hit a quick ad roll while I'm gone. Still have 45 seconds left on the ad roll, chat. I overestimated how much time we needed. That's fine. Why isn't Hoffrey in this deck? I hit my limit of terrible cards. Hoffrey's that, like, 5 mana awkward card, right? That's just not a very individually powerful card. The evasive dragon that helps us... The evasive dragon that helps us, draw Showdown more often feels reasonable. I don't have a chip deck, so I have a deck donation for a chip deck. And I'm gonna wait and see if anything comes out of the Alchemy events or standard events this weekend, and if not, I'll build something for Monday. So... The person who donated for the chip deck in Alchemy, I've not forgotten you, I just haven't felt inspired yet, and I didn't want to force it, so... We'll get to it next week, I promise. I don't know, Smith. The dragon was really good in the one game that we drew it. And keep this. Obviously, it's a little bit land heavy. Oh, I should have played my land beforehand. They obviously weren't blocking, but if they did, I would have been sad. We'll hold this, because next turn we can go Clarion into Usher and trigger it. And the opponent's playing a life gain deck. We're probably about to have a pretty bad time here with our small creature aggro. Yeah, but I'd put money on this matchup being unwinnable. Maybe post-board we're going to turn into an all-removal deck and it'll be fine, but game one, especially with like these individual weak cards, I don't think we're going to be able to run them down. I'm gonna concede when they put a second Valkyrie into play here. Just an elite Spellbinder. Is that enough? Can we keep playing? I think we're done, right? It's like most of our cards in play just don't have text boxes. Alright, let's board into a bunch of removal spells. Which is what we've been doing against the other creature decks that's been feeling okay. Basically just like playing a kill all the things deck. Since their things are individually more powerful than ours. Need to cut 4 cards here. Is Abrade actually good? Abrade kills Cleric before it gets going. I guess they probably have the 2-drop that gets bigger when you gain life too, so it's probably good. I mean, I don't want all of them. Maybe all the dogs aren't good. One as a threat is fine. Okay, let's try this. So, I'm gonna give an opinion on... after we're done with this deck, I'm gonna do a fuller dive looking at the Free the Wizards thing. But before we get into it, I'm going to repeat this again later, I'm sure. The people that think the free the wizards thing is going to result in a fundamental change of how wizards has been managed recently doesn't understand what's being asked. Like, they don't want to spin Arena off. They don't want to spin Wizards off because they're upset with it. They want to spin Wizards off because as Wizards is currently operating, it's incredibly profitable, so they want those profits condensed to a single company, it seems like, because the rest of Hasbro is largely underperforming. Yes, yeah, that's exactly it, Fordsmith. I'm gonna... Like I said, we'll pull it up and talk through a little bit here in a second, but... I think a lot of people are looking at this with, like, some rosy glasses, and they don't understand what it actually means. I think I'm fine attacking with this. So the 10 months, Coaster, welcome back. I've been doing really well, Danon. Thanks for the 3.5 years. Life is swell. Alright, so if we draw a land next turn, we can double spell. The question is, which double spells do we want to do? Alright, we didn't draw a land. I can still double these spells, which I think is worth doing. So we'll Circle of Confinement, the Angel of Unity, and then we'll Abrade the Spellbinder. And then, unfortunately, these two spells are going away because they were Showdown, and we again just missed a land, which is really unfortunate. You know, drew 4 extra cards and still missed our 5th land drop after mulliganing to 5. Feels Magic the Gathering, man. All I'm gonna say for Smith is I think if people concluded it was profitable to... So here's the thing about running games like Arena as a subscription model. It doesn't make sense financially for companies to run games like Arena as a subscription model because subscription models don't make players feel invested in the game and doesn't trap them into feeling like they need to play when they're not having fun. Profits aside, that psychological aspect of making people feel like they need to play even if they're not having fun is important to keeping players in the ecosystem. Magic players and card game players like to think. Okay, but here's the thing, chat. People saying your WoW doesn't work like that for you. You can pause your WoW subscription and come back to it at any point, right? And pick your characters back up. That's true. That's true, right? So you can hit pause and stop giving them your time and your money for an indeterminate amount of time because you felt like pausing. the current arena system doesn't allow you to do that. The way arena is currently structured doesn't allow that to be a thing that you have to stay in and keep in. Or Super did here. We just stumbled into Nevin of cards and all that jazz. There's a reason why arena follows basically the same formula every mobile game follows. Arena didn't invent all the psychological nonsense. Arena didn't invent all of the psychological nonsense that you experience by interacting with it. And the people acting like there's a better way that's more profitable and subscriptions are more profitable. No, that's just not true. MMOs, even modern MMOs have moved away from the subscription service, right? Like, Lost Ark and others use the free-to-play model now. That's true, right? Also, another thing people don't consider is there is a significant amount of players. There is a significant amount of players. Yeah, sure, but those are first to market, Pseudopally. So saying WoW and FF14 are the subscription model, so subscription model works, you're not taking into account that those are set in stone from years ago. There's a reason why modern new games don't move towards that model. Yeah, like, and they can't, like, knee-jerk and change their model after the fact, especially if they're receiving some kind of success. Alright, to complete my thought before I got sidetracked, there are a significant number of Magic the Gathering players who, if they had a full collection, they will play less Magic Arena. There are a lot of people who only play games like Magic Arena because they enjoy farming a collection, and once their collection is complete, they start playing a lot less because they don't have something to work towards. Oh, you know what? On this scene, I might want to put the Nord banner somewhere else. I think I put Nord. The Nord banner has been in different spots, and we renewed my contract with them. Great way to support the show. I think it's probably better down here, huh? Thank you. Thank you for shouting that out. It doesn't cover anything up here in the corner. Might be dead, fam. They have a blast to kill this and exile it. We're gonna be in a lot of trouble. To anybody out there that thinks this free Wizards thing is gonna result in multiplayer and more social features on Magic Arena before you die of old age, I've also got some oceanfront property in Arizona, and I've got a $3 million NFT that I'm willing to sell you. That's a screamin' deal. Please buy it. Oh my god! This exiles the dragon. Holy fuck. Oh, why are these cards so unplayable, chat? That's so sad. I just did not realize at all that. Oh, man. fire design shit. It's fucking awful. Monorail, monorail, the monorail reference is a good one. Shoutouts to the monorail reference. So that's exactly what this is. Large amounts of copium, chat. Large amounts of copium. Pit Panther, thank you for the 21 months. Welcome back. Thankfully, we don't need that land at this point. Can I draw a Showdown of the Skalds and stay in this game? How about another land, chat? You think that lets us stay in the game? Alright, 7 looks at a Showdown of the Skalds. Okay. Okay. I believe every word that site said because it said exactly the words I wanted to hear. Yep. Yep. America should monetize weed. The states that are being led by competent democratic leadership have largely all been monetizing weed already. Are we dead? I think the electrostatic kills us here. I mean, monetizing weed isn't just about greed. It's just good politics, chat. The war on drugs was always something that was started in racism, not reality. And criminalizing something that should be legal and a source of revenue is nonsensical. I'm not sure if we should swing for the life gain. That's a good question. I go to 9, and then, like, I go block, block. I take 8 more than 9, so no, we can't attack. Probably buried here. I would like to congratulate drugs for winning the war on drugs. God bless. God bless us, everyone. Oh, they're just gonna deal 3 to us. Got it. That's close. We were a little bit flooded there at the end. We needed like our showdown to hit another showdown there pretty badly. So against other aggro decks, I've liked just boarding in a bunch of removal spells. I think is the game plan. I saw a couple of people in chat pointing out that there are some red states that have legalized weed, which is great to see. My question, have any of the red states that have legalized marijuana in the United States, did they also do it right and expunge the criminal records of people that were nonviolent drug offenders? I'm curious how right they got it. I was pleasantly surprised when Illinois did that. Montana did. Good. I have played some Kaido, and he's super sweet. We played a blue-black tempo deck. That's probably my favorite deck we've played in this format so far. Thanks for the 14 months, Boots. Welcome back. Time to play. Can we draw a fourth land on time? Answer is never. Actually, never. I liked this deck so far. It seemed fine as far as aggressive decks go. Showdown of the Skalds is still a very powerful card, and the Spirit synergies. Katilda is a card that really impressed me in the enchantments deck we played the other day. So it's kind of sweet to get to play another deck that has her featured in it. Cast Swords to Plowshares. All right, and we have Showdown into Showdown this time, so we're gonna get to generate some card advantage here. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and just Clarion Spirit into Skyclave here. Take my Grey Ogre with a 1/1 and a 1/1 counter. Wizards of the Coast does not work with content creators to promote their products because the people that manage their stuff on the influencer management side don't understand the industry space. I'm gonna chill on this for a turn so they can't play anything next turn. Well, they're kind of a bigger mono red deck, right? All right, we're flooding a little bit, but we're drawing our utility lands here. They gave Caleb D some codes the first day to give out. Okay, so like, for just as a comparison sake, just so people understand that I understand the industry. One time, I ran a Pokemon Unite tournament, yeah. And my influencer manager from the Pokemon company stopped by on the day of that tournament. It was like, this is awesome. Would you like some giveaway stuff? And I was like, sure. And off the cuff, he sent me $1,000 worth of Pokemon Unite in-game currency codes to give away. $1,000. Didn't even ask for it. Was just like, hey, this thing you're doing is sweet and it promotes our game. Would you like some support? I think a lot of people like to think I'm kind of unreasonable when I talk about Wizards not doing enough, but like, I work with companies larger than Wizards. Both Riot Games and the Pokemon Company International are bigger than Wizards of the Coast. And I work with both their influencer managers. And then Pokemon, though, is profitable. It is. Pokemon is the most profitable franchise ever. That is accurate. Yeah, I think we're just like in full race mode at this point. Rats, this is not a spirit. Suddenly we're losing this race. Yeah, we're actually just dead on board now, huh? Sad. That's close. Considering how poorly we drew both those games, I think it was impressive how much we stayed in it. Yeah, this game board is really fantastic, Steve. Wizards consistently does good. Does Katilda's Disturb not give lifelink? Well, they exiled my Katilda, so I could not disturb it. Because every piece of removal in this flipping game exiles for some reason. You wanted to get value with your creatures against the interactive deck? Nah. Just get swept. Get swept and get stuffed. All right, we're going to play a couple more matches with this, and then we're going to run through, if people are hearing us talk about this free Wizards thing, I'm going to run through what's going on with that and talk about my opinion on the topic. We'll put on our React D&D hat for a short minute. But I don't want to do that in the middle of the deck. I want to finish this deck out, and then we'll do that. Yeah, for the people that are wondering why I conceded there, my opponent had creature land in play that was lethal. My car has yet to catch fire. So you could say that we're running hot, or maybe that we're not running hot in that department. I don't think I'm playing around a sweeper out of the forest start. I agree, Beetle. The designs on these dragons are so sweet. They're just like kind of medium cards because of all the exile removal. This one finding Showdown in some instances seems worth the risk, but it's definitely tough. I have no idea what they're doing. Oh, wait. How many cards are in their deck? My opponent has over 100 cards in their deck, chat. So I think we're just clicking submit. They're just living their best life, chat. It is an incredible disappointment and failure on the Arena's team card selection part that Battle of Wits doesn't exist on this platform yet. Avrils, thanks for the 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. Just abject failure that I can't play Battle of Wits on Magic Arena. It's actually just like the timmiest cards you could have. And chat, there's a financial incentive to put Battle of Wits on this platform because it makes people spend a bunch of wild cards. They're literally losing money not putting it on the platform. Imagine how many rare lands you have to craft to play a Battle of Wits deck. Just hemorrhaging. Yeah, Battle of Wits is not a paper playable card. IDK what our opponent is doing exactly. We're just going to keep attacking is the plan. Hey, Phobos, thanks for the brand new Prime. This is my full-time gig here on Twitch, and I wouldn't be able to be here without folks like you. Thanks for keeping me around. I appreciate it. Happy Thursday. Battle of Wits Tated pack. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. Wow, oh, that's a big hit. That's Death Touch. Sure.
You got a good head on those shoulders. I'm gonna cut you down. It's kill or be killed.
If I swing everything at Garrick, it still doesn't die, so I think we just do this. Maybe I should have Circle of Confinement the Monk last turn to get a token. Very possible. Yeah, so Croaky's is also running a tournament that starts before ours does this weekend, and his is standard. So I'm really interested. If Croaky's, the results of Croaky's tournament look reasonable, we might play some standard. But based on like the cursory, I believe a blue-red control deck with 0 new cards won the standard challenge on Moto this past weekend. So, yeah. He is running it on Melee this time, yeah. What does Moto stand for? Moto stands for Magic Online with Digital Objects, if I recall correctly. I think this is a look at the top 7 cards angle. The real reason you say Moto instead of MTGO is so you can make the Magic Zoomers have to ask, what do you mean? That's the big brain play, chat. You wouldn't want to accidentally be inclusive.
Pretty wily for a farm boy. I have no.
Gotta crank the superiority way up. Yeah, exactly. We might be dead, chat. Like it is, thanks for the 28 months. Oh, they ran out of lands. That's good for us. This card's kind of cracked, by the way. We make a bunch of angels. Yeah, we know they have all spells in hand. Fun fact.
I'll leave your bones in my wake.
So everything except our angels are currently indestructible. So we have okay blocks this turn. Ward how much? Excuse me?
I'll survive this.
The Martyr is here, chat. She's a big gal. This card's been really impressive, both in this deck and the enchantments deck we played the other day. I'm in danger. Okay, so this doesn't trample for some reason. So I can jump block and then we go to 8. Are they dead on the backswing? I think they're dead on the backswing, right? Yeah, they're dead on the backswing. Okay. This gives flying, right? Flying, lifelink protection from stuff. We're definitely the bad guy, Chip. We are definitely not the good guy in this story. We should have conceded. Maybe. Maybe. Like every Timmy dream, Timmy has to wake up eventually. We cruised to Mythic pretty fast. I mean, did we? It's like the month is half over, right? I apologize for the herd of elephants above me. We're supposed to get half a foot of snow today last I checked, so they closed schools. We're still supposed to get snow? They kept pushing it back. Yeah, we still have a winter storm warning. Not supposed to be as bad as initially predicted. Oh, is the RTX filtering out a lot of it? That's good. Yeah, we won a lot with the Venture deck yesterday. The Venture deck actually feels real sweet. So, an update / correction on my school district is no longer going to be requiring masks, and they announced it during the middle of the day yesterday. Apparently, a number of Democrats on some board in Illinois voted alongside Republicans to repeal the mask mandate in the entirety of the state against the governor's wishes because the mask mandate is currently being challenged in court. So this board put forward that as long as it's being challenged in court, it can't be enforced through the rest of the state. Which they're currently expecting to win that court case, but it's been repealed for the entire state while it's still being sorted out. Yeah, correct. It's actually just insanity. What's going on, Mr. Polite? Thanks for the 14 months. I think we have to just chill here, unfortunately. Does that make any sense? Not based on my understanding of the law, but I am not a lawyer, so maybe I'm missing something. Chad, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not going to comment on if this is how it should work or not. I'm just commenting on what has actually happened in Illinois. So people are asking for an update, and that is what has happened. And just to show you that I'm a reasonable person and not some kind of partisan idiot, So not only did a couple of Democrats vote with Republicans on this board to pull the mask mandate out of all schools in the state while the lawsuit is being settled, but the couple of Democrats that didn't vote to remove it, they didn't even have the stones to vote against it. They voted fucking present. So there were votes for removing it, no votes against, and votes of people who were there and abstained from voting, which is actually it's awful. Don't be a coward. Show up and do your job. All right, so against creature decks with this deck, I've been boarding in a bunch of removal, which I think has been playing out well. It is. That's exactly what it is. It's a refusal to work, and they should be fired. Agree. Green. Ooh, our opponents actually rank 127 with this enchantments deck. Hopefully the enchantments deck is real. That was really sweet when we played it the other day. If we do this, just hope to have an aggressive start, I think is the line. Just like draw a third land, Skyclave something on 3, attack for 4. Yes, casting an abstain vote if you have some kind of conflict of interest is reasonable. That's not what these were though. All right, we mulligan to 5 and we've officially missed our third land drop, so probably dead. No, unfortunately I have a commitment this afternoon, so I have to end the stream early. So I don't have time for a third game segment today. Hey, thanks for the 11 months, Brotherhood. Welcome back. No, we're going to talk about the free wizards thing after this deck is done. So probably after this match. I feel you, Yogi. I feel you. Okay, we have a game. The opponent Rune of Hasted a land because they have cards. They have cards that get value based on the number of enchantments you currently have in play. And they didn't want to, their creatures didn't need haste. I guess it gives an extra attack. I guess they valued preserving the enchantment over having the extra attack. Is Runeforge Champion's about to be huge, or just hoping to draw another land? Yeah, there are green-white splash Rune of Speed and Showdown. We played against this build earlier. Yeah, they kind of have build their own citizen champion, huh? With the Showdown here. They have a removal spell? I have not in a team. I haven't hit the point where I'm looking at other content creators for deck lists yet, because I have enough of my own ideas still. I'm sure we'll get there soon-ish, but alright. That's not bad considering we mulliganed to 5 and missed our third lane drop. We've had some really bad variants with this deck, but our record and performance inside of games has been very reasonable despite lots of games not having lands or flooding out. And honestly, not having lands is more detrimental than flooding out, because we have a lot of good utility lands. All right, let's try and get one more good match in before we wrap with this one. Yeah, maybe Hero. I don't know. Abrade, I think killing their 2-drops on turn 2 has a lot of value. It's possible that I want Valorous Stance in addition to Abrade, but I think I definitely want Abrade. I could see having more removal rather than less being relevant, because if we clear their threats out, we have a good time. This is fine. Not amazing, but fine. It is the same opponent. Aha! To be fair to Wizards of the Coast and give credit where credit is due, with the addition of Alchemy to Magic Arena, we have seen some of what they talked about being worried about with splitting into too many queues come to fruition. You know, there's this catch-22, right? Like, people want more play modes, but then at the same time, they also want fast queue times not into the same opponents. And it's tough to balance both of those things. Oh yeah, I bumped my other scene button by mistake. So we did have my transition animation for a hot second there. You just had a pop-up over ad on my channel. Can you take a screenshot if it's still there, Tobias? Oh, it's in notifications. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can do anything about that. I thought you meant like there's some ads that play on Twitch where it like minimizes or like it pushes up under the video player I've started seeing. And those shouldn't be happening for subs on my channel. We do want some Valorous Stances here, rather than the couple of Reidanes. You can see that. Those ads are the worst. I mean, are they? I think they're significantly better than the video adverts that play over the top of the stream. I get that in general people hate advertising as a whole as part of the internet, but as far as like, I feel like Twitch has actually done a good job with making their ads be less intrusive and less obnoxious. Between the video ad still showing the screen while you see it, while the video ad's going in the top left, or the small pop-up underneath. Something that was actually quite interesting to me, there was a thread on Twitter from someone that had previously worked at Twitch, and they claimed that anytime someone who has like 2,000 plus viewers goes live on Twitch, Twitch actually loses money while they're streaming because of the lack of ad density and the ratio of subs to viewers in terms of the amount of infrastructure that person streaming to that many people requires. They were talking about how, you know, a lot of people are surprised Twitch doesn't have 4K video support yet, and a big part of why Twitch doesn't have 4K video support is because downscaling it takes a lot of resources. Sure, Twitch on AWS makes sense, but also at the same time, Amazon could be selling that space to someone else to use it, right? And utilizing hardware isn't free. I mean, like, I get that they have more money than God, chat, but I think a lot of people assume Twitch specifically is very profitable, and it's not really. If you look at its yearly stuff. Bezos is gonna be fine taking a bit of a loss on Twitch, but he'll survive. We trade here given the option. They have another Circle of Confinement. Yeah, actually probably did here, huh? Draw just a bit too clunky. Any browsers support 4K anyways? Yeah, plenty of them do. Like, what's it called? What's the defunct Microsoft streaming service? They supported 4K. It's also worth noting Amazon intentionally runs a lot of their businesses at or close to a loss because they're willing to run at a loss to gain market space, market share. Their goal is to put everybody else out of business, chat, so they're the only option for things. Well, so they make money on a lot of their mid-sized streamers, CRZ. Like someone like me, for example, who, you know, I average like 500 or 600 viewers, and I have, you know, 1,600 to 2,000 subs at any point. The amount of resources they utilize for someone like me is likely profitable for them. And having those other bigger people on the platform keeps other people here too. So it's not like they're taking a loss for no value, even if they're taking a loss specifically just looking at those individual people. As is often the case, there's a lot of asterisks, and it depends. Uber has lost 31 billion over its lifetime as part of a strategy to starve out competition. That's a big number, chat. That's with a B? 31 billion? You need to be bigger so you can bleed more money from Daddy Bezos. Yeah, something like that. This exile any number of white cards. Cost 2 less to cast for each card exiled this way. This might be a exile Runeforge champion angle this turn with this pitching the portable hole. Crosses, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Bazipples, thank you for the 20 months. Welcome back. Yeah, that's the goal specifically for most startups, is you operate at a loss, build a thing, and then hope that someone gives you money. Maybe I'm supposed to exile Runeforge champion last turn. This feels kind of spooky. They like explicitly didn't cast this last turn when we had this available, even though it made their attack good, and then this turn they like, we don't have it available because we drew land, so now they're going for it. Okay, never mind, shit. Never mind. Just being ultra conservative. This thing has vigilance at least, I guess. I think I'm bottoming that because I think there's a good chance I chump or trade with the Dawn Sky next turn. I want the most looks at a Showdown of the Skalds. No, I think I want the creature land for blocks here. I just, like, completely flooded out. Kind of feels that way. Now, we're going to do it after this Game Incinerator. Okay, now we'll fire this up, because it means if these both hit, I have 2 lethal threats next turn. So now they have to deal with this and this. They must have just flooded and died, huh? I mean, we also flooded a bit here, but our lands are attacking because we're only a 2-color deck. I don't think you can play the Storm Herald deck in Historic because Phoenix is one of the best decks. Is the TLDR. We just no block and then we killed him in the air, right? We're going to 7. I currently have 8. It's... Hey, what's going on, Bob? Thanks for the 4.5 years. Thanks for all your support over the years. Hope you're doing all right out there on the left coast. Nicol Bolas Planeswalker, thanks for the 21 months. I actually really like this deck. I think I might like trim like some of these perhaps and like play a touch more interaction main against all of the creature decks. My game plan was basically board into a bunch of removal spells post board and just like be this bigger deck that used Showdown and AO to find Showdown to generate card advantage, and that felt very reasonable. Katilda continues to be a card that feels very powerful in this format. We played a 10-10 Katilda at one point in this set. This card felt really good in the green-white enchantments deck we played the other day. I think working to build around this card has a lot of power. And there's a lot of pretty good playable spirits here, right? Like we've got, what, this is 16, 19 spirits here. This is a spirit as well, and this is enchantment. Even this is a spirit, right? Actually, every non-land permanent in our deck makes this card larger, which is kind of gas. Really, really powerful effect.